Hi, welcome. Thanks for joining me. On this episode of Build Your Own, we're going to build, price, and option a 2020 Hyundai Elantra GT N Line, as well as learn about the features and other configurations. Before we do, however, I just want to remind you that if you find this build and price review helpful, informative, or entertaining, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Hyundai's reputation for packing loads of standard features into cars at a bargain price precedes it. And in 2020, the Elantra GT, it rings true yet again. This affordable hatchback has style and more cargo capacity than its rivals. And in the inline trim, it comes with loads of standard features that buyers would typically pay extra to have. Hyundai offers the Elantra GT in two trim levels for 2020, the base model and the inline. The base GT, which has a starting price of $20,650, comes with a 2-liter 4-cylinder engine that makes 161 horsepower and 150 pound-feet of torque, and it's mated to a 6-speed automatic transmission. The N-Line, which has a starting price of $23,500, and that's actually the one we're going to build and price on the channel here today. Now, the N-Line has an upgraded turbocharged engine. It actually has a 1.6-liter turbocharged engine that makes 201 horsepower and 195 pound-feet of torque. It comes with either a 6-speed manual transmission or an optional 7-speed dual-clutch automatic. Now, Hyundai changed the trim's name from Elantra GT Sport to Elantra GT N Line to align with the new performance models, including the Veloster N. Skip past the base engine and jump into the Elantra GT N Line, which replaced the Elantra GT Sport in 2019. It has a smaller but turbocharged engine, like I said, but it's more powerful and it's more efficient than the base motor. It also gets different transmissions, like I said, the choice of either a 6-speed manual or a 7-speed dual-clutch automatic, and it has an improved rear suspension. The GT N Line also comes with a huge array of additional standard features and even gets better fuel economy than the base model. Along with the turbo engine, the N Line offers welcome features and an improved rear suspension that elevates ride comfort. The manually equipped N Line gets heated seats, leather surfaces, 18-inch wheels, push-button start, LED headlights and taillights, and improved tires over the base model. The N Line with the dual clutch automatic tacks on all those things. It has all those things plus a drive mode selector and all-season performance tires. The tech package is available on the automatic equipped N Line for a fully loaded experience with an 8-inch color touchscreen with navigation, a power driver's seat with lumbar support, ventilated seats with a 7-speaker Infinity Premium audio system. Now, again, safety is a big plus with the addition of a forward collision avoidance with pedestrian detection, lane keeping assist, and adaptive cruise control with stop and go. A 3-year subscription to Hyundai's Blue Link connected car service is thrown in for good measure. Okay, let's jump into this build and price review of the 2020 Hyundai Elantra GT. We are going to build and price a GT N Line, which is over here on the right. I'm actually excited about these Hyundais. I like them a lot. I just recently did the build and price on the 2020 Hyundai Veloster N with a performance pack. I love that car. It's about 30 grand. Love that car. And then I was very excited to see that Hyundai is bringing that N Line down into the Elantra. So here we got the Elantra GT N Line. No, it doesn't make as much power as the Veloster, but they throw a whole bunch of extra features at you. Full LED headlights, sport tuned suspension. You got a multi-link rear suspension. You got bigger brakes. You got more power. And yeah, there you go. So, and it makes 201 horsepower. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to learn about all the features of the Elantra, you know, the technology features, safety features, stuff like that. We kind of already went through the gallery. They didn't have many gallery photos, but we'll go back through and take a quick look at the gallery. We'll check the specs if they've laid it out in a way that makes it easy for us to look at. And then after that, we'll jump into the build and price, and we'll price out our GT N Line. But for now, let's actually go check out the exterior colors. Okay, so they have this little toggle here, so we can see here's the Elantra GT in standard trim, and then if we click this, we've got the Elantra GT N Line. You can see how that whole body kit really straightens up. Especially, take a look at the front end. I'm going to go ahead and click Elantra GT. Take a look at the front end. It really is a noticeable difference. It's a lot more hardcore. It's a lot racier along the front and along the side skirts down here too. The side skirts change. Well, the side skirts don't really change. I guess you got something that's going on in the back end. You got a rear bumpers change in the back and in the front. So the Elantra GT, from an exterior perspective, looks a lot more racy. Looks a lot more sporty. Let's see if we can get this this thing to launch here, and then do a little 360-degree walk around here. Let's see. It says drag. All right. Wow. You can. I think I didn't drag it. I think I just spun this car. All right. So here we go. I'm going to go a little bit slower. Here we can get a full exterior walk around review of the 2020 Hyundai Elantra GT. This is the N Line. It's got a nice little roof spoiler back there. I love the back end. Is really nice with the little dual outlet exhaust. Nice little diffuser back here. That's the lower part of the bumper. It's really sporty. It's a nice sporty four-door car. And here we're talking, $23,000, 200 horsepower. No, it's not all the horsepower in the world, but it's really sporty, and it's going to be a great daily driver, I bet. All right, let's move on. Oh, actually, before we move on, let's actually check the exterior colors, like I said. So here's the first exterior color, fluid metal gray. Then we have a black noir pearl. There's a scarlet red pearl. There's an intense blue. There's a stellar silver. And then there's a ceramic white. And I think the color that we started off with, was the fluid metal gray. I think the ceramic white looks pretty good. Actually, I think the black noir looks nice. If you could keep the car nice and polished, I think it would look great. So yeah, those are the exterior colors. Looks to be six exterior color options for our 2020 Hyundai Elantra GT N Line. All right, let's check out some of these other features. So the N Line driving experience, a total blast. There you go. Larger front and rear brakes, multi-link independent suspension. You got full LED headlights with dark inner housings, right? The inner housings of the headlights are dark, kind of like an upgrade on some Porsches. On some Porsches, you have to option that on your LED headlights. So what do they have here? They have the interior tour. So here's what the Elantra GT, the base model interior looks like. Definitely looks a little more plain, doesn't it? Definitely looks a little more plain than, let's say, the Elantra GT N Line. Looks way better. And it seems like you only get black with red leather. Now, when I clicked on the Elantra GT, we had some interior options. We had, what is this? This is black cloth, beige cloth. You've got beige leather or black leather. So you can still at least get leather in the Elantra GT. You don't have to bump up to the N Line to get leather. But what's cool is they just give you leather when you go up to the N Line altogether. You get black with red leather. Love the pedals. You got the nice little aluminum or aluminum look pedals. I don't know if they're real aluminum. You got the aluminum dead pedal over there. Very, very nice. This one's obviously the automatic because we don't see a third pedal over there with the 6-speed manual. I kind of want to go with the 6-speed manual gearbox, but you get a few extra features if you go with the automatic transmission. So I'm not really sure yet. I'm still kind of thinking about it. So while I'm thinking about it in the background, let's move on. Okay, what do we got here? So space and light for days. So the Elantra GT has an available panoramic sunroof. Is that still an available option on the Elantra GT N Line? Maybe the sunroof might be. We'll find out when we get there. It says charge up without the charging cord. So there is the Q-compatible mobile device. So it has a wireless charging pad. All right. Now it doesn't say anything about an available or an option. Makes it sound like it might be standard equipment. Then down here it says info and entertainment at your fingertips. So we got steering wheel mounted control. So it's got a multifunction steering wheel. Multifunction steering wheel means that there's actually controls on the steering wheel. You control the audio, cruise control, answer phones, hang up phones, turn up the volume, all that kind of stuff. They say calls and messages all from your steering wheel. And then over here on the left, this is their 8-inch touchscreen that has Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. It's got the rear view camera and all that there. Now, they're showing the navigation. I don't remember, is the navigation standard, or do we have to upgrade to the navigation, or do you just get the navigation one way or the other? At the end of the day, it really kind of doesn't matter, because if they're running Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, then you can run your maps and your navigation right from through your phone there. So you don't even have to really worry about it. But we'll find out about that here in a few. Okay, let's talk about Hyundai Smart Sense. All right, so this is the Elantra GT has this, it's a suite of driver assist technologies. Are they all standard or are they all optional? We'll kind of find out as we go along. There's this blind spot collision warning. All right, now it makes it seem, I don't see the words optional or the words available. Those two words would denounce that you're going to have to pay extra. I don't see those two words anywhere, so it would seem that blind spot collision warning is standard. Then we've got the for collision avoidance assist with pedestrian detection. Now see, here is the word available. It says this available feature. All right, so for collision avoidance assist with pedestrian detection is an available feature. We've got lane keeping assist. This is also an available feature. We've got the high beam assist. All right, now this seems to be a standard feature, the high beam assist. The driver attention warning. Now, what's the deal with this? They don't say, but it's a cool feature. We'll see if it's standard or not. Here's the reality is, new cars these days, doesn't matter if it's standard or not, we're going to option our 2020 Hyundai Elantra GT N Line, so that way we can have all the driver safety technologies. I mean, it's all cool that new cars have lots of tech and their stereo stuff is cool and they have lots of performance. But what's really cool about a new car is all the safety features. And so I'm very much willing to throw the extra $1,000, $2,000, whatever it is, however much money it is, to have all the safety features to protect myself and the occupants that travel with me. Here they're talking about their smart cruise control with stop and go. I think there are a couple more features, safety features. Let me see. There was just one more. Rear cross traffic collision warning. One of my favorite. I love side blind spot assist, checking cars in your blind spot. And I love rear cross traffic alert. Hyundai calls it rear cross traffic collision warning. Everybody else, or most everybody else, calls it rear cross traffic alert. And, it's pretty self-explanatory. I love this feature. Okay, I said that we kind of ran through all the gallery photos for the inline, and we did, more or less. But let's quickly go through these. They're showing here the 2020 Elantra GT N Line in fluid metal. They apparently like that color the best. It looks pretty good, and I like the wheels. The wheels look really fun. They're little 18-inch wheels, but they're fun. Here's a nice shot of it from the front with its LED daytime running lights. And here's a nice shot of it from the side. And here's a nice shot of it from the back, the little inline. And here's a shot of it from the top with this little roof spoiler. And it's really sporty. I think this is a lot of car for $23,000. Here's another shot of that GT Inline out at the beach. It looks really great. Kind of reminds me of a Volkswagen GTI. Oh, speaking of which, I have put links in the description below to related build and price reviews that I've done, up to and including the 2020 Hyundai Veloster N with the performance package, a 2019 Honda Fit, 2019 Volkswagen Golf R, and a 2019 Honda Civic Si. I've also done the 2018 Hyundai Elantra SEL sedan. So I put all those links in the description below, and I've actually kind of been putting these links up throughout the video, if you haven't noticed. Okay, so here's the interior of the Elantra GT N Line, that black leather interior. It looks nice. The automatic transmission looks pretty good too, and like I said, you get extra stuff when you get the automatic transmission, like the drive mode selector and all that kind of stuff. So we might have to get the automatic transmission. Here's those Infinity speakers, that upgraded stereo system. Here's a nice shot of the interior again, of the leather interior. Looks like you've got a little multi-information display center here in the center of the information cluster, and the digital information cluster there. Actually, it's not all digital. You got analog gauges on the side there. That means with the needles. Here's your your little charging station. You got your USB and aux port plug-ins right there. Yeah, it looks really nice. Here they're talking about their lane keep assist and da-da-da-da-da-da. All right, so that's that. Let's move on, see what else we need to know, and then we can get on to the build and price. Okay, let's check some specs here. So, yeah, it says 2020 Elantra GT right here, but we know that we're focusing on the GT N Line. The Inline has an MSRP of $23,500. And that's with the manual transmission. If you want to get the GT Inline with the automatic transmission, now you're looking at $24,600. Now, I just want to see what packages are available for our Inline, and we've got the Tech package. It's a $3,800 package, and that package gives us that panoramic sunroof. It gives us the 8-inch navigation system. It gives us all the Blue Link stuff. That's Hyundai's connected car services and all that. Ventilated seats. You get the better stereo system. You get the wireless charging pad, and then all of this here is all your safety stuff. Smart cruise control, lane keep and assist. You get an auto dimming rear view mirror and all of that. Let's check fuel economy real quick of the GT Inline for 2020. Now, if you get the manual transmission, you get 23 miles to the gallon in the city. You get 30 miles to the gallon on the highway, and you get 26 miles to the gallon in mixed driving. Now, if you get the dual clutch transmission, you get 25 miles to the... Wow, you get significantly better gas mileage, actually. You get 25 miles to the gallon on the highway. I'm sorry, in the city. You get 32 miles to the gallon on the highway, and you get 28 miles to the gallon mixed driving, which, if we note over here, is better than the base model GT. Either way, you have a 14-gallon fuel tank. Okay, I just wanted to check some engine specs real quick. Yep. So the Elantra GT N Line has a 1.6-liter engine, makes 201 horsepower at 6,000 RPM. But here's what I really want to catch. It makes 195 horsepower at 1,500 RPM and holds that maximum torque, its peak torque, all the way up to 4,500 RPM. That's nice. That's stout. That means that right off of idle, basically, you're going to have maximum torque, and you're going to have that torque all during the sweet spot of that rev range. You take a look at a normally aspirated motor, and it has to make its peak torque a lot higher, and so that's why you got to step on the gas a lot more to get it to get up there to make all that torque and all that there. Whereas a turbocharger can make its torque a lot lower in the RPM range, and that's why turbochargers feel a lot more sporty. All right, so enough of the lessons on turbocharged engines. Let's actually go do our build and price now. Okay, so we're going to select our, we've got our 2020 Elantra GT N Line. They've got us at the starting price of $24,430, which would lead me to believe that they've already got the automatic transmission selected. I don't think I'm going to go with the automatic transmission. It sounds really wonderful. I wouldn't mind having the drive mode selectors, but you know what? I've been feeling stick shift cars lately, and I want the 6-speed gearbox. I also want this car in black Noir Pearl. So we're going to get it in black Noir Pearl. And we're going to get it in the, the manual transmission. Okay, I guess that was with the 24,430 is with the destination charges and all that junk. All right, so 1.6, we had the 6-speed manual transmission. We are not going with the automatic. If we did want the automatic trend, it's $1,100 option. Now, accessories, first aid kit, wheel locks. Yep, I want the wheel locks. It's too bad they don't show pictures. I wouldn't mind having the mud guards. The auto-dimming mirror with home link. I think that allows you to have like the garage door button opener. That's really cool. I like that. The cargo mat. That's to protect your carpet under there. So that way you put stuff like from groceries. If something spills, it doesn't ruin your carpet. So yeah, I want the cargo mat. Looks like that's about it. You know, because that's the thing. When you get cars at these price points and their trims, they kind of are what they are. You kind of get what you get. You decide on whether or not you want an upgrade package or not. And I thought there was an upgrade package, the tech package. Where is that? All right, well, here we are. We built and priced our 2020 Elantra GT N Line. I don't know what happened to the technology package. We didn't see it. You saw it right there with me. We went through the whole thing. We're over here. We've got our car. All it shows are our accessories and our MSRP and our wheel and our things like that, but I don't see the tech package. So note that you also need to have the tech package on here. Where it is on in the configurator, I don't know. It wasn't there. It wasn't there. So maybe it came standard with that. And maybe I misread that and I was just cruising through. Maybe it comes standard with the tech package. I don't know. At any rate, actually we can figure that out. Hang on a second. I was looking at these little standard features, but no, I guess we can't see that. I guess we can't see that. So bottom line is, love the car, GT N Line, got to do the Elantra GT N Line, you got to get it loaded, you got to get the tech package. Why we didn't see it on the configurator, I don't know, but here we are. So we know the car's around 20. You know, it's that the tech package was $3,800. Tech package was $3,800, and so yeah, it's not there. Otherwise, this car would be pushing like what, closer to like $28,000. So note that, yeah, I don't get into the prices here, but note that the price would reflect something different. All right. Anyway, still love the car. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. If you found this review helpful, informative, or entertaining, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you've watched the whole video from front to back, you're totally awesome. Other than that, and even if you didn't, you're still awesome. Other than that, I'm going to tell you to have a wonderful day, and I'm going to see you on the very next video. Make sure to go to the description and take a look at some of my other videos that I did that compete with this 2020 Hyundai Elantra GT N Line. Love this car.